So if you're starting off with video, where do you really start? So you want to do video and you think like, well, the first thing I need is a camera, right? So, well, the chances are if you have a cell phone, you probably have a good camera. In fact, what I'm recording on here only does 1080, whereas what I'm recording here, I'm recording in UHD. The point here is you don't need to start necessarily with a camera. You probably already have a camera. You could do really good stuff with some really basic stuff that you have laying around. So your first investment really probably isn't your camera. It's going to be sound. So you want to get some sound in there because the onboard sound on these cameras, yeah, it does okay, but it's not going to get very far away. If you get really close to the camera, you might be able to record some decent sound. But once you get back to where you're getting an actual shot, you're going to need better sound than that. You're going to just sound distant. It's not going to be good quality sound. Now, all I did right here is I actually mounted a cell phone on top of my camera, and that's what I'm recording with. So my normal camera, a cell phone. And while you do actually get 4K with the cell phone, the reason I don't use it is mainly for me, I want depth of field. Back in the day, we used to have these. These are depth of field adapters. And we actually got these things so that we could take just video cameras and actually get them on there and actually get depth of field. I mean, these things, they were awful. I mean, they were nice. They got you depth of field, don't get me wrong. But the amount of light that you lost going through these things was ridiculous. I mean, you already had a video camera that was bad in low light, and then you took something that really doesn't get that much light through it, and then you were trying to get a shot like that. I mean, if you weren't out in direct sunlight, these things, wow, they were just hard to work with. So these days, really, just having any camera that has a lens with a decent sized sensor, I mean, that you could get depth of field with, I mean, that's like a miracle to us. This camera, I could get that depth of field. Whereas this camera, you know, everything is pretty much going to be in focus all the time. But it's not necessarily a bad thing. You know, if you have a camera that's always in focus, when you're starting off, it gives you a chance to actually really think about compositions of your shot and your angles and everything like that. And you can run around and shoot a bunch of stuff. And you don't have to sit there and worry about constantly, you know, am I in focus? Am I in focus? Because, I mean, just running with a camera and focusing, I mean, that's a skill that takes time. You know, once you learn how to compose shots and to tell a story and make some investments in getting some audio gear so that you can get better sound off of your camera, and you know how to use that equipment, after you do all of that, then worry about a camera. So when you start doing video work, the place you need to start first is to learn the equipment you already have, even if it's only a cell phone. And when you start making investments in your equipment, you should really start with audio gear and lighting, and that'll get you the best bang for your buck. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you next time. Bye.